Hello everyone. This channel is created to enlighten the knowledge of political science, especially in the field of international relations, public policy, public administration, and Indian government and politics. In today's class, we shall discuss about meaning, nature, scope, and importance of international relations. If you like this class, please subscribe and share the classes. The term international relations has been interpreted and defined in two senses, narrow and broad. In the narrow sense, it is confined to the study of official relations conducted by the authorized leaders of the states. So in the broader sense, the international relations include all intercourse among states and all movements of people and ideas across national frontiers. However, as a field of study, its focus is on the processes by which states adjust their national interests to those of other states. A strict definition of international relations would confine itself to the relationships between the world's national governments conducted by politicians at the highest level. However, this is a far too simplistic and narrow perspective of international relations. Relations between the states in international level is called as international relation. So, in this world, no individual can live in isolation. Likewise, no state can live without friendly relations with other states. The relations of one state with another state or states is called as international relations. So, today's states are depending upon other states for many reasons. As Lasky puts it, the state is only one among many states. So relations between states arise because every state has its interest, stakes, and demands. When one state wants to achieve its vital goals and actions, it has to depend upon others. So every state is a next door neighbor to the other state. States have become closer to one another. The happenings in one state are bound to affect the destinies of other states. Therefore, there is an urgency for some sort of understanding between the states. So, national goals and international objections are establishing to avoid international conflict or war. So, the relations among states is of two types, friendly and unfriendly. So friendly relations may like the form of cooperation, while unfriendly relations may develop into conflict or war. So such cooperation and conflict are the two sides of same coin. Friendly and unfriendly relations between the state is called international relations. So what are its definitions? Palmer and Perkins has defined the study of world community itself is international relations. Study of world community itself is a international relation. As of Quincy Wright, he is also a great international thinker and political writer. He said that international relations is the relations between groups of major importance in the conduct of those relations is called as international relations. So another writer, Charles Schleicher, he said or defined all interstate relations are included in international politics, though all the interstate relations are not political. So according to Norman Paddlefold and George Lincoln, he defined international politics converse the interactions of state policies within the changing patterns of power relationship. So let's go about what is the nature of international relations. So as I already said, there is friendly and unfriendly relationship between states. So here we can mention that international relations is an interdisciplinary subject. So hence the rather difficult to determine the exact nature or exact scope of international relations. So we can here discuss about there is cooperative, oppositional, indifferent and friendly relations among the states. So the cooperative relations are non-political in nature, where there is no force, and of course the oppositional relations imply power relationship, conflicts and war, whereas indifference is a guiding principle in the relations among the states. So if we give a brief description about this, with the establishment of League of Nations, the nature of international relations was widened. Several conferences were organized under the League to evolve the principles of study of international relations. But after Second World War, the frontiers of its study were further widened. The emergence of superpower system and Afro-personality give impetus to this study. The study of war and strategy are also included in the study of international relations. So we can also observe another types of nature, means here international relations is also we can see changing natures of international relationship. After Second World War, the world has changed and many concepts have arisen, especially Cold War, emergence of neo-colonialism, or few organizations. So as an interdisciplinary subject, we study about social, political, economic relations among the nations. The subject matter also has widened. And another nature of international relations is the state is the primary actor in international relations. The state is important, national interest is important. To pursue or to achieve the goal of national interest, every state has to be concentrate on the activities of other states. National interest and power are the core of international relationship. So every state enhances its power to fulfill its goal of national interest. So if conflicts arise while fulfilling its national goals, so war also another concept to study here. So struggle for power is another nature of international relations. Every nation struggling for gaining more power. So the conflicts for the power, we have seen that 2 world wars are already happened, and its consequences we have been looking, and its effects also more to the global structure. So another nature is continuous interaction among nation states is another nature of international relations. Let's study about the scope of international relations. So if we go through the scope, so here we can study the behavior of states in international politics, the role of nation state actors in international field, and so also the question of war and peace is also the scope of study. And here another important thing is that we can study foreign policy, foreign issues, and another point is study of nation state system. International organization is very much influential factor in these days, and global environmental issues gained importance, though we cannot restrict it as a subject of environmental science, but the issues of global warming is also covered under international relations. Role of people in international politics, what we are looking towards for our global peace, or role of people in international politics is very essential topic to study here. Also we can study here various approaches and subject matter of especially international relations. So let's go through what is the importance of study international relations. It is very important to know about the subject matter and what is the usefulness of study international relations. So first one is a better world. The purpose of international relations is the attainment of a better world. It imparts knowledge of the concepts such as international organization, morality, law, and world public opinion, balance of power, peaceful coexistence, collective security. So North-South dialogues, etc. So we can study under the headings of international relations. So international consciousness also very much essential point to study international relations. The world people must be conscious in the activities of not only national but also whole world. So with the study of international relations, one can understand that war is not inevitable, and progress in science and technology. Due to progress in science and technology, the modern world is becoming narrow in its approach. So in such conditions, the study of international relations is important. So the states are following many methods in the world affairs. World cooperation and development can be achieved only by studying this subject. And collective security and disarmament. So to understand the importance of collective security and disarmament, the study of international relations is very much essential. In these days, science and technology, the states have new types of scientific and modern weapons to fight each other. If these weapons are used, the millions of people will die with no time. So there is competition in collecting arms also. So the expenditure for defense purpose has been increasing almost all countries. So India is not behind in this matter. So therefore, for the survival of mankind, all the states must have collective security for the maintenance of world peace. So another point is the development of international cooperation. Every state has to depend upon other states for the want of certain commodities. So no state can live in isolations, as I said earlier. So international cooperation is necessary in all aspects. The states can understand each other with the help of cooperation. Today the sovereignty of the states has become old and outdated. So in peaceful coexistence there is no place for concept of sovereignty. So if not otherwise, there is a possibility of international cooperations also. So all these can be understood with the study of international relations, and to understand the defects of narrow nationalism. So what is narrow nationalism? So during 20th century, the feeling of extreme nationalism entered in European and American countries. The nationalism had both merit and demerits, So with the feelings of nationalism, each state started seeing the problems with narrow approaches. Hence the states left out from wider approaches. The importance of the international relations to widen the eradication of such conditions and also understand the defects of nationalism. And last importance to study international relations is so we can try to stop wars. So the 20th century witnessed two global world wars. So these wars created history in the destruction of life and property. So if one war takes peace, it may destroy the entire mankind. So this type of fear aroused in the minds of people at large. So this type of dangers can be avoided only with the study of international relations. So in today's class I conclude with the topic of meaning, nature, definitions and scope and importance of political science. Please support and subscribe my channel for more information about the subject matter of political science. Thank you so much.